question 10a. Write 62 as a percentage of 500. Whenever anyone asks you to write a number as a percentage of another, just simply write it as a fraction first. So on your calculator, 62, you know the fraction button you have, out of 500. You can find out what that equals as a decimal, because you press the S to D after you pressed equals, and it gives you 0.124. That's your decimal. To change a decimal to a percentage, you times by 100, and that gives us 12.4. So the answer here is 12.4. Okay, question 10b. There are several different ways to answer this. It's easier to use a calculator. So, how do we find 9% of 196? Well, 9% equals 9 over 100, and we times that by 196. On your calculator, you type 196. You divide it by the number at the bottom, so divide it by 100 equals 1.96. You times it by the number at the top, which is 9, and you get 17.64. Now remember, it's an increase question, so in actual fact, we have 196 plus 17.64, and we end up with 213.64. That is just one way to answer it. Another way to answer it would be, some people like to do non-calculator method. I don't recommend it because it's a calculator paper, but if we're going to do that, let's practice it. How would that work? Well, we could say that 10% would be equal to 19.6, 1% would be equal to 1.96. You could do 19.6 subtract 1.96, put 0 in here. What we need to do now is recognise that we can take 1 away from 9, we can't take 9 away from 6, or 6 away from 0. So we need to do some borrowing first. So we borrow from here, makes that an 8, makes that a 16. Borrow from the 16, makes that a 15, makes that a 10. 10 take away 6 gives us 4. 15 take away 9 gives us 6. And 8 take away 1 gives us 7. And then we have 1 take away nothing, which gives us 17.64 as an answer. But remember, again, it's an addition, so it's 196 plus 17.64, and that is 213.64. So that's another method. And then a final method, which is probably the easiest method, but you need to know what we call the multiplier method. We ask ourselves, if 196 is 100%, we're going to increase by 9%, so we end up with 109%. What is that as a decimal? It's 1.09. We times that by 196. 196 times by 1.09 equals 213.64.